Did
Yeah,
he
it says
prompt
start.
you? Okay,
Yes, it did.
fantastic. Fantastic. So, hi, Pat. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
No problem. My pleasure.
Really appreciate it. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to start? Okay, a little bit about yourself, your business, what you do, and then what inspired you to start.
Okay, a little bit about myself. So my name is Pat Patrick. I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. I've been living in Canada probably about 35 years. Um, I I love it here, but I definitely miss my country. I try to go back as often as I can. Um, my journey as far as being an entrepreneur, um, it's a long one, and I've done many different jobs. I used to be a gemologist at one time. I did that for about 13 to 14 years.
What is
After
that?
that, in the jewelry industry, so I would value jewelry, um, you know, evaluate diamonds, emeralds. You're just deep in the whole jewelry world, selling to jewelers. And with one of the largest jewelry manufacturers in Canada. So I did that, and then after that happened, company moved to China. That was a time when a lot of businesses was leaving North America and going to China. I um, I got into selling machinery, and these were engraving machines. There were CNC machines, machines that was in production. So I worked for other different companies as a territory manager for Ontario, and going around and selling, helping people to start businesses, helping them to invest in machinery, and watching them build big businesses. I was always like, well, why don't I have something for myself? So that was the kind of the catalyst for me to start. I started in 2008, and I've been going ever since. And I've amassed a large amount of machinery that helps me to provide awards and signage and embroidery and printing uh, for the Black community, but for anybody, churches, organizations. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what my business is all about. The business is called Precision Laboratories, and yeah, it's okay. It's doing well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that, Pat. So, as a minority business owner, what would you say are some challenges you faced when you started off?
Some challenges you face when you start off is funding. You know, pretty much you have to generate this income and the investment, the initial investment. If there was, some guide, and that was why I was so happy when the government said that this, there was going to be funds available for the Black community, for Black entrepreneurs. Um, but I have my thinking of what really that was. So my opinion, but I'm also an educator, so that's something I should also tell you. I've been teaching for about 10 years also. So my hand has been a lot of different industries. I always believe in having different streams of income. So, um, I believe in having the hustle, and that's it. I'm just constantly working on developing that. But there was no support, there was no guidance, there was no at the time, and you had to kind of make it happen. So yeah, those are some of the challenges.
Hmm, thank you. So, how have you been able to surmount those challenges so far?
Well, I took advantage of this program. I was determined to get some money. When I heard that money was being made available for Black entrepreneurs, this was the first time I ever heard anything like that. And I was like, wow, how do you get that? But then as you're getting into it, the amount of red tape, the amount of hoops you had to jump through to get this money was frustrating. It was really frustrating. And I think at the time, I think it overwhelmed the system, especially face per se, as to how many people were in need and they couldn't manage it. They couldn't deal with it. It was horrible, to be honest with you. Um, and then when you got into it, you realize, well, is this really something that's helping me? Because when you really got into it and you say, well, yeah, I'm getting this money, but this money, the government made it seem like you're getting this money investing. You could get these loans. If you're giving me a loan for a community that you never give loans for, you know what I mean? In all these
Mm-hmm.
years, give them a 0% interest loan. You know, why does this loan variable? Um, that I just couldn't wrap my head around. You're not helping me. You're not helping me at all. You're not investing in my business at all. You're just using me to put me in debt, you know, and if I drown, I drown. Or if I swim, I swim. But I mean, that's just, but I needed to get some machinery. I bought some embroidery machines. I bought some large format printers and stuff. But it's hard, man. It's tough. It's just tough. So that left a sour taste in my mouth because yes, you're
Mm-hmm.
saying you're helping me, but again, I believe that's a performative thing. You know, just here was what we're doing for the Black community, but when you really redefine print, you're not helping me. You
Mm-hmm.
put me in more debt than I've ever been in before. And your determination to succeed, because I'm sure there are people who got into it and they're just suffering, and your loan is, you're watching this interest rate go up and up, and your monthly payment is crazy. So if you're not profitable, you're in a mess. But yeah, that's
Oh,
my 2 cents on that.
sorry to hear that, Pat. Sorry to hear that.
No,
It seems like there's just so many mitigating factors against us as minorities. So yeah, there's
yeah,
this program here, but there are still other factors that are, making it a little bit more difficult
yeah,
for you. But how have you been able to stay the course? You've had your business for so many years now.
yeah.
Quite a number of small businesses start and don't even last beyond 5 years, beyond some of them beyond 1 year, beyond 3 years. So how have you
Yeah.
been able to stay the course all these years?
So my business, I don't have, I'm that type of person. I don't put all my eggs in one basket. So and because I was a territory manager, I know what these machines could do. I know the different markets. So yes, there's trophy and awards. There is um, marking products for identification. There is helping people who are inventing new products. There is promotional goods. So I try to hit all these markets, all hospitals, clinics, churches. I want to be the source of whatever you need. And some people, that's it. You have to diversify. You have to be able to, sometimes people wouldn't be doing much awards or anything, but I might have some industrial customer that is coming out with this. They need these products engraved or marked or something for some project.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with that. So that's kind of how it is to me. And then I also um, I found a lot of niche markets. So I've developed a lot of niche markets. I have some very good customers that I have, and the returning recurring business. That's
Yeah.
important. Events are going to be held all the time. If you're doing something and this event happens in January, every year it's going to happen. You just need to be able to be there to supply what they need. And if you're doing a good job and you give them a good product, they'll keep coming back. So I'm slowly just trying to get into a lot of niche markets, and I keep them and I treat my customers right, give them a good price, and build good relationships, and that's it. That's what has kept me going all these years. So people keep coming back, and that's how it's been going. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. I think sometimes we undermine or underestimate the power of returning customers.
Yeah.
I like to say that um, bad news travels fast,
Oh yeah.
and not as much as good news, but the goodwill that you get when you get referrals goes a very, very long way in
Yeah.
your business. Um, so I know that you are in a physical business. You
Mhm.
interact with your customers in person. You have like physical trophies that you work with. How how have you been able to incorporate technology into that? Because now everywhere is crazy now with AI technology tools. Have you
Right.
been able to incorporate technology, or how have you been able to do that?
So, technology is going crazy. I've always been in technology. And the thing is, technology is changing. I have some machines that are running on Windows XP still, and people would be like shocked. But the machines, the technology, it still works. But you have to be able to have the back end to maintain it if computers break down. Nobody has XP computers anymore. Nobody has these type of connectors anymore. So you're finding that you need to keep current. Now, to keep current, you have to spend money. You got to buy equipment that's fast, that's quick. Um, just even design tools like you're talking about AI, that's a whole different kettle of fish. You have to learn how to use it as a tool, not let it think for you, but it definitely can improve your business. I feel there, I mean, I used a program the other day where I was designing something and you just type in, create a picture for me and you just give it these parameters. And then it creates it for you. May not be the best thing that you might want, but technology, I have seen how it changes and I see the need to keep current. um, I'm happy that I'm in education also, so I'm always trying to keep current on that end, and I just try to keep current in my business too. So I'm
Mm,
trying to, if I see a new printing technology come out, a new embroidery technology come out, I want to make sure that, I want to be at the cusp of that. And what the thing that I could actually say I'm actually working on probably starting a school for Black youth. I'm right now doing this. I think it's BEEP. There's a business program at George Brown College right now that was going on. That's been pretty good. And we're doing a capstone project right now, and it's exciting to be in that. There's a lot of things going around for Black people that are available that people don't know about, and you got to tap in. And that was free. And
mhm,
it's running from March to November. So I'm actually currently in it. And it's making you think about your business.
mm.
You know, think about how am I taking my business from here to there. So my goal, my dream now is to start a school. I have the business, but I want to take it to another level. So um, I will be coming back to Face for more funding. I hope they would be able
Yes.
to help me. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We're very happy to hear that.
yeah.
So my next question is, okay, actually, we have just a side note, we have a new Black business directory on our website
Mhm.
that I think you should list your business on so that you can
Okay,
reach out to more customers. Right now, we have over 8,000 Black businesses across Canada already listed. So
okay.
typically, when we ask people, why don't you patronize businesses around you? What they say is, we don't know where to find them.
Yeah, yeah.
So what we've done is we are not bringing everybody to one platform, so yeah, easy to find businesses around you. So I think
Okay.
you should, after the call, I'll send you the
Yeah,
link
please.
for the
Okay.
thing so that you have nothing to lose, everything to gain by
Yeah.
listing your business there. So more people can just, reach out to you, find you, know how to reach out to you. Because my next question was going to be, how can people find you? How can people
Mhm.
find Precision Labs? Where can we find you? Um, how long does it take to get our plaques out if we need to award some people? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can find me. I have a website. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. Um, I don't have a physical building where people come and pick up. I am a manufacturing facility.
Hmm.
So I have more machines, and I'm happy to brag and say I have more machines than probably anybody in a
Yeah.
trophy shop would have, because I can churn out 100 plaques tomorrow. I could do I always used to say, we send a lot of stuff to China to get things done and get things made,
Hmm.
but we don't really have somebody here in our community who is able to produce that and give you that type of output. And I want to be that type of person,
Hmm.
in printing, in engraving, in embroidery, in anything promotional. It should be able to come to me, Pat, I need to get this, and it's just going to get done. So yeah, that's kind of what. Yeah,
Okay. 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 That's amazing. I mean, I think you've already mentioned what is next for Precision Labs, which is you want to
yeah,
then, train other people. You want to also
yeah,
delve into education. I think that is very important.
Yeah.
Um, Sorry again for how, that process, the loan process was for you, but I assure you that it's, I mean, the process is now a lot smoother because we have more people in the
Mm,
team. Initially, like you mentioned, the team was quite overwhelmed, with the number of applications that we got. There were over 20,000 applications
no,
and 8 employees, including the CEO. Um, but now we have 50 employees across the country. Every time anybody applies for a loan now, somebody called an ERM is assigned to them,
mm,
and the ERM helps walks you through that process step by step till you get the funds in your account. So we understand, there were so many teething issues that we've now actively, tried to fix on our end as well. So trust that when you come back, we will be a lot more efficient
that's good. That's
in
good
in
to hear.
helping
Yeah.
in helping you as well. And it's very interesting that you mentioned, your company having so many machines to help, you know, churn out as many plaques as possible. I remember a few months ago before I joined Face, we had an award coming up and I was looking for, a place where I could find plaques. And they said, oh, it's going to take another 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, no.
We had something the weekend, and well, now I know. So
Yeah, yeah.
please, if you have flyers, you can send them to us as well. Like
I would.
e-flyers,
Yeah.
we typically would, put that in our newsletter. We have like 30,000 people in our database so that more
Okay.
people can also find you. You can
No
list on
problem.
we can put on our social media as well, just so that we can also help amplify that business and get more people to see you, see what
Thank
you
you.
do. I think finally, apart from, you know, word of mouth and referrals, how
Mm.
else do you do marketing?
You know, I that's it's interesting. Word of mouth is big for me. Um, the web is big for me. I get
Yeah.
a lot of, I have a lot. I do a lot of work for the city of Oshawa, the Ability Center, the Ministry of Transportation. I have a lot of big customers that I built good relationships with.
Mhm.
Word of mouth is big. And some people put up testimonials. I just believe that once you're doing a really good job and people see the product that they get, they will use you again.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily have testimonials. I used to do some ads in magazines. I remember one, this is back in the day, there was a magazine, a black magazine that was affiliated with the Toronto Star called Sway. And I was so excited and I put an ad in the Sway magazine. And then after it went out of business. So I find a lot of our black magazines and prints and advertising agencies,
Yeah.
they don't have a long shelf life, some of them,
Yeah.
and you get involved with them, but then it just fizzles out. So I'm still looking for that vehicle that's going to take me to the places I want to be seen for our community.
Hmm.
I mean, churches definitely. People spread the word, and that's kind of how it's been going. Um, yeah, I would say
Okay. Okay. I know I said finally before, but this is the final one. Do you have
that is
any word of advice for entrepreneurs like yourself, just, trying to find their feet, being minority entrepreneurs in this climb, in this economy? Do you have any word of advice for them?
yeah. I would say don't take no for an answer. You could do anything that you want to do. You just keep pushing, you keep grinding, and find the people. There are people out there that can help you. Align yourself with the right people to try to learn from them so that you could eventually get your feet out there and start your own thing. Believe in yourself. Yeah, what's his name? I forget that raptor, his name. He said he bet on himself. Yeah, believe in yourself and just keep going at it, and that's it. That's what I would say. Yeah,
Thank
but thank
you.
you for the
Thank you so
opportunity. Yeah,
much.
no problem.
Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you so much. This was quite insightful, and thank you for, your honesty. It's always good to hear from our clients to, you know, get your own perspective on your journey so far. It also helps other people within the community to know that it's possible for them to build sustainable businesses. Because, like I said earlier, um, we find some businesses, pack up within 1 year, right?
Yeah,
And it's just tough. It is tough.
yeah.
So when